What's going on? I'm back at the park and I got another trick, of course. This one is kind of continuing the theme of last video of doing simpler tricks that can get a little complicated. Today, I'm gonna do back tail front shove out. I've done this one in the past and I'm not gonna say I've done it very well, but I have done it. I just wanna get it a little bit better. My goal for this video is to back tail the whole ledge. Good front shove out. I need to figure this one out. I need to dissect it, whether it's what I'm physically doing or maybe the way I wax the ledge or all the little intricate details like that that are gonna help me. You know the deal. I'm gonna throw on my socks and shoes, give you my hypothesis, and figure out how to do back tail front shove out. All right, so backside tail slide, front shove out. This one has been pretty tricky for me. I'm pretty good at back tails when it comes to just doing a back tail, nothing out. Maybe kickflip back tail, but like that's probably about it. I never really explored too many back tail variations. But with this one, it always feels good on the first try. Like you might see it in a little bit. I'm gonna do a back tail and I'm gonna try to front shove. And it's gonna look pretty promising, but then something happens where I start really thinking about how to do this trick and I really start trying, and that's where everything goes downhill. I've done this trick in the past. It's definitely not my proudest achievement when I do it because they're okay. They're average at best, but I think there's something to be figured out here. I mean, I know there's something to be figured out because I don't know how to do it. My hypothesis with this trick is a lot of me doing this is going to depend on where my body is positioned when I'm getting out of the trick. I feel like I almost have to stick on the ledge. Like I have to force it to kind of stick for me to be able to like get a good pop shove out of it. It almost seems like I have to kind of get into a back tail really well and just have enough speed to make it to the end of the ledge. And as my momentum is kind of slowing down, that's where I got to just do it. That's what I think is my problem. I think I need to figure out how slow I have to go this trick and when exactly to actually try to pop out of it, because I've done it trying to go too fast and it just shoots out, or it's like a little behind me or something, but I've got to learn how to pop out of it and actually catch it. A lot of times when I do tricks that I'm doing a trick out of a grind or something like that, if it doesn't hit my feet, it's hard for my brain to recognize that I actually should commit, because I'm so used to flipping my board and having pretty solid catches where in my head, as soon as I feel that on my feet, I'm like, okay, I gotta land this trick. But a lot of times with like flip out tricks, you might catch it or it might hit the ground first. You might just land on your board at the same time as it's landing on the ground, and it's not that same sensation. So I could handle this one of two ways. I think I'm gonna end up handling it both ways because I don't really have a choice. I think what's gonna have to happen is I'm gonna have to learn how to trust things that don't hit my feet the same way my flip tricks do. I'm gonna have to learn how to just land on my board and trust that it's there, which is a very hard thing for me to do. But if I find myself having trouble doing that, alternative solution to this whole trick is I learn how to catch it. And I do it in a way that my mind is gonna recognize that it's a trick I should commit to, because I could spend hours, I will spend hours bailing this trick if it doesn't feel right. Even if it looks right, even if I probably could have done it, I will bail it because it didn't feel right. I'm not that type of skater that will go and do something first try and like kind of just stick whatever. It's gotta be pretty perfect for me to even consider landing on it. I only land the trick that's like perfect. Otherwise I kick it away because I have such trust issues with anything that doesn't hit my feet the right way that I won't even try to commit. So sometimes a trick that I think is gonna be simple might take a couple hours. Some of these videos take a couple hours because I need them to be absolutely perfect, because I don't trust anyone that's not perfect or anyone that I don't recognize hits my feet the way that I'm used to it hitting my feet. Also, I want to take a second, shout out all you guys who have subbed to my videos. I've hit 14,000 between the last video and this one here, and that is crazy. I remember a year ago I was asking to get 10,000 subs, and it seems like everything is just rolling. You guys are liking the content. I feel like I'm becoming a better skateboarder by the way that I'm making these videos, because I'm slowing down and looking at all the tricks in between all the other ones I know how to do that I've just completely missed over the years. And now making these videos for you guys has given me a reason to actually pay attention to all the other little types of tricks that I just never really felt like doing or didn't have the motivation to do. All right, I got my socks and my shoes on. It's time to go to the ledge and figure out backside tail slide, front shove out. Do I even have to say it anymore? We gotta go and do all the warm-up tricks. Gotta keep those in the bag because these videos don't mean shit unless I actually keep doing the tricks I learned in all of them. All right, so we just got through the warm up. Nollie 180 crook. It's still hard as shit, but I figured it out. Was able to get one down. Now it's time to move to the ledge. And I think a good place to start is doing really long, solid back tails, because I'm gonna have to get really comfortable locking in and kind of just stand there. So to the ledge we go. All right, this ledge is feeling pretty good. Oh, just kidding. I need to go get wax. All right, I'm gonna do something that I used to do when I was younger with all the homies at Stone Cliff. We didn't have a very long rail or long ledges to practice all of our tricks on. So to learn control, we go super slow. So for this, I'm gonna go super slow, get real solid back tails, and then start shoving out. All right, well, I think this is gonna be a lot of guesswork, but just try to stall a couple and figure it out, and that honestly made it more confusing. So let's just get into it. This is what I was talking about earlier when I say the first couple tries, I felt really good. But I'm not gonna say shit, because if I say something like I got this or some other overconfident stuff, I'm not gonna have it. All right, I think what I really need to do is I gotta figure out how to get my board in front of me. It's doing the whole rotation. It's just not in a position where my front foot's actually gonna land back on the board. It's a lot of just like that every time. I just learned something real important. Every time I'd miss this trick, I would drop my head. That last try, I stood up and stayed very like centered over my board, and the board came with me. It wasn't exactly where I would have considered it like a catchable zone for me to commit to it, but it did do what it needed to do, and it was under my feet. So upper half is what I'm gonna focus on. That will at least keep my board under me. It's not exactly where I need it to be, but I think that might be a huge problem I was having. All right, it's time for a good old re-wax. When I do back tails, my back foot is right there. And that's not exactly where you want to be. You always kind of want to be in this pocket. It's so hard for me to find that one. But I think that's what's going to make this trick actually work. I've got to force my bad habits out and just do a back tail like I should be doing them. I did one. It sucked, but honestly, I have no feedback on that one. That surprised the hell out of me, and I don't even know what I did. So I'm gonna keep trying it until I remember what I actually did. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I just burped on the way up to the ledge. I don't know if that happens to you guys, just me? All right. So I got an idea. I think if I aim to land over here, or like just in this direction, rather than trying to do a back tail and land there, it will alleviate a little bit of the front shove I have to do, because I'm in a back tail, I almost have to do like 1.5 front shoves. I think, like, I don't know, it's a little more than one front shove. You know what I'm saying? I have to do that, and it's gonna be like a lot more effort to try to go straight rather than just land and kind of correct once I land. So I'm gonna try to front shove this way instead of straight in front of me. That didn't work. That one, I feel like my board was going that way and my body was going straight. How to figure out how to just like make the board come to me, not the other way around. All right. I bitched out of that one. That was my fault. I'm gonna try to slide the ledge a little more too. I feel like I'm kind of getting out a little early. I think what makes this trick work is when you just like push it really far in front of you. That probably sounds really stupid, but it makes sense in my head. Like obviously I have to front shove in front of me, but like almost exaggerate it, like you're kicking it out, like away from you. That seems to work. It seems to kind of just get the board right in front of me enough. I can't tell if your front foot kind of does something too. It was like I was about a front 180 at the same time I was doing a front shove, and I felt it like, gave it this nice little leverage. I'm gonna try to kick a little with my front foot. All right, I'm gonna try harder. Okay, there's definitely something to like the front foot, back foot kind of coordination of kicking it in front of me. That was about to be real nice. I'm understanding something. I don't really know what I understand yet, but whatever's happening, it's working, and I'm gonna figure it out. Maybe I've got to like front shove to my front foot, like try to catch it first with my front foot. I'm just straight up losing my balance. Gotta keep my head up, keep my shoulders up, not lean over. Gotta figure out how to get into a better back tail and just like chill, mellow back tail. That's all it was. That's the key. I'm leaning over, and the leaning is making me lose all my balance. I gotta just stay shoulders up, chin up. That's it. All right, this is good. We're consistently getting to the same spot. One thing I'm learning about this trick is you cannot stick. It is impossible to do this if you stick on the ledge. I feel like I almost have to stick on the ledge.
Stick on the ledge.
So I take back what I said earlier. The word of the day, wax. I noticed that this trick works more when I'm kind of like this instead of like this. I think I gotta aim to be just like kind of on the center, not really on top of the ledge, not on the side. That's probably the best one I've ever done in my life. All right, not gonna say that was easy. I know I say that at the end of every video. I'm like, oh, it's kind of easy, da 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 da. Nah, this one was pretty tricky. It wasn't extremely difficult. It's not the hardest trick I've ever done in my life, but there was things that were like under my control, but kind of out of my control, if you know what I mean. Like the whole shoulder thing, me leaning too far forward, me kind of like just missing my pop entirely, that's on me. But what wasn't on me, I mean, I guess it still is. All right, just hear me out. You gotta wax the ledge. You gotta wax the shit out of the ledge. Every time it wasn't waxed, it did not work. When it was like as icy as I possibly could have it, I'm talking, there was like 3 sections on top of the ledge I had to wax, the edge of it, the side of it, all that shit, even my board, it worked perfectly. So you just gotta wax the ledge a lot. Just as a reminder, I got memberships active right now. There's different features with each tier. There's 3 tiers, I think, and I'm gonna be adding some stuff in the next coming weeks. So check it out, let me know what you think. If you guys like this one, please drop a like and a comment. You know that helps me. And as always, I'll see you next Sunday. Peace.